Maybe let me complete this in fairness to you. So in that paragraph 14, I'm still at that paragraph 14, right? We've agreed from your own account that where he says Yako called you and you arrived, that is correct, right? Yako did call you.
Yes, you're correct.
And you did arrive because of that call from Yako.
Yes.
Okay. He then says you introduced yourself to himself. This is Mr. Van der Merwe and Etienne. Do you admit that?
No, I didn't introduce myself and I can't introduce myself to Etienne. Etienne knows me.
Yes.
You see, and I can't introduce to him because he doesn't know me. I don't know. I didn't even speak to him. I didn't even come close to him.
So you didn't meet him and Etienne?
No.
Okay.
No.
And then he says, then Viandre then spoke to Mkhwanazi and said, Chief, it's that time again. Do you admit that?
No, I deny that.
You deny that, okay. And then he says, they then discussed the manner in which the body can be disposed of. And it was decided that I should follow them. Do you accept that? Do you deny that?
I've been denying that, Commissioner.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. Another thing that I want to add, you'll correct me. He says that I introduced myself as Chief Superintendent.
It's as Superintendent?
No. In the other statement,
He says as Superintendent here?
Yeah, he says as Superintendent. In the other statement, he says I introduced myself as Chief Superintendent. I happened to read both of them last night.
Yes.
You see.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's one contradiction.
Yes, and again, in that other one, he said I left here, but here he says that I waited for the body to be dumped. I think now we're touching the whole statement. Okay. And whilst I was waiting, there were people who were carrying, I don't know, officers, I don't remember the exact word that he used, but who were carrying side firearms with their hands, you see. But somewhere in other statement, it doesn't mention that. Because a person who's carrying firearm, it's a very, and they were looking at him, you see. That means if he did anything wrong or he didn't comply, he didn't do it, they were going to shoot at him right on. That's what I think.
Okay.
He said, I'm not saying he's saying that, you see. But in the other statement, it doesn't mention that.
It doesn't mention it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes, but other, no, let me say for now. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Before Advocate Silo asks you her questions, just clarify this. Did they call you chief at the time? So we are in 2022. Did Stolz and who's the other one, Mackenzie, did they call you chief?
No, I'm the brigadier. They called me
you brigadier,
yes.
And then, because it was at 2 a.m. in the morning, for you to count 9 white males, I'm assuming you must have been very close to them to see that they are white males and it's 9 of them. How close were you to the people who were there?
I've said plus minus.
Yes,
Look at
I
the
accept
statement.
that. I accept that.
Yes, I wasn't sure.
Just estimate the distance for me. For you to be able to see that this is a white male and it's 9 of them at 2 a.m. in the morning, you must have been pretty close.
No, in terms of the color, but in terms of the exact numbers, that's why I say I was not exact. If I was exact, I was going to say 3 or 4. But because they were in group, I couldn't count them exact numbers.
I accept that it was more or less 9. I'm more concerned about the distance from where you were to where they are or where they were.
There, it's a plot.
Was it like, if you look at where I'm sitting now and where you are sitting?
No, let's put where the leading evidence leader or where
the evidence leaders are sitting,
yes,
to where you are sitting.
Yes. Let me say so.
Because you are a police officer and you've conducted investigations before, give it to me in meters.
No, I'm not trained in
20
investigations.
meters, 10 meters?
No, I'm not trained in investigations. I don't do investigations. That's why we hand over to SAPS.
Okay.
Some of the things. But let me say the distance. I can stand up.
No, it's fine. I think we can determine it. Now, are you telling me that from where you are sitting to where evidence leader Advocate Silo is sitting, if that was Stolz and Mackenzie, you would not be able to recognize them.
No, I don't know them. I won't recognize them because I don't know them. Those that I know, that's what I've said, I'm able to recognize. I'm repeating it, Commissioner.
But they were all together.
Yes, they were standing.
And you could recognize people who are not EMPD, but those
No,
who are
no,
MPD, you couldn't recognize.
Not people, those that I know.
Yes, those that you say you know.
And in that group,
Yes.
there's no white male officer in the team that work with stalls. There's no white male officer.
Work with me here, Commissioner Mkhwanazi.
Yes, Commissioner.
You said you recognized two people and you gave us their name. And none of the two are EMPD officers, am I correct? You said Viandre and who else?
I said Etienne, if I'm not
Etienne and
yes.
Viandre.
Yes.
Now, Etienne and Viandre are not EMPD officers, right?
Yes.
And we know from the statements of Stalls and Mackenzie that they were there.
Yes, you are correct.
And my question is, how is it possible that from 10, 20 meters, you are able to recognize Viandre and the other person, but you can't recognize Stalls and Mackenzie?
Commissioner, I've said that is a plot. There were many movements. I'm only talking about those that were standing there. I don't talk about everyone who was moving around, who was hiding, because there's a house, there's a room, if I'm not mistaken. Then there's that area, it's a plot. It's not like where we grew up, a four-room house with this. It's a plot. Everyone was moving around. I can only recognize, I'm talking about those that were standing there. I'm not talking about everyone who was moving around there. I only talk about this.
And you say you did not greet Viandre?
I did not
Greet him?
No, I spoke to greetings is a different story. I didn't speak to them. I didn't speak to him. I only spoke to who's this, Yako.
Yeah, that's my question. You did not greet Viandre, despite the fact that you knew him.
I don't remember about greetings. I'll be lying.
But it's possible that you did.
It may be possible. It may be possible.
And the other one you said, who was the other one?
I'm having Ubuntu. I will greet if I see you.
Yeah. I mean, I would find it very strange that you know me, you come to a scene at 2 a.m. and you don't greet me, you don't say anything. I would find that very strange.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm having Ubuntu.
So
I may greet it, but focused on.
It's more probable than not that you spoke to the people that you knew when you arrived at the scene.
No, I didn't. I spoke to Yako.
Please, can we switch off the cell phones or put them on silent? Thank you. Thank you, Advocate.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Chair. I'm starting to be problematic now. It's nature. I will run. I tried to behave yesterday.
Let's adjourn.